Give it to my seed. I'm a king, I'm a king, I'm a king.
Good evening. Welcome, queens. We're going to give it a few minutes for the queens to tap in with their crowns. We are going to give it a few minutes for the queens to tap in with their crowns. I am live on Facebook and live on YouTube. So I'm giving it a few minutes for the queens to tap in with their crowns. Hope everybody is doing well this evening. You have already cooked, made your dinner, or you are making your dinner. Right now it is 6 o'clock here in Texas. If you are on the East Coast, it is 7. Welcome. I got my viewers here on YouTube. Shout out to Miss J. Log in on my YouTube channel. We gonna give it a little minute for the queens to tap in.
I'm a king, I'm a king, I'm a king. When I'm grown there, let me take a seat. Give me all that, give me what I need.
I'll give it about one more minute for the queens to tap in with their crowns. Go ahead and make sure you put your comments in the comment section on Facebook and on YouTube. Go ahead and put your comments or your questions in the comment section on Facebook or on YouTube. Hopefully that my camera is much better this time on my YouTube. Some of my viewers let me know that the angle wasn't quite so pleasant. So hopefully I fixed that for you guys. Welcome old queens and welcome new queens. Welcome to Auntie Time with Queen Sabrina. Hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday evening. I didn't have a chance to see you queens last week due to the Super Bowl. So let's congratulate those Kansas City Chiefs on winning their Super Bowl. Okay. But they're definitely not my team, but I'm going to give them their congratulations. Okay. So if you guys do not know me, I am Queen Sabrina. John Sells and Annie Mae Curry birthed me. The Pueblo del Rio Housing Projects in Los Angeles, California raised me. And Tennessee State University in Nashville, Tennessee educated me. So those are the three components who have molded me and emerged me into the queen that I am, right? And in honor of Black History Month, I have my Black is Beautiful, although I am Black and Beautiful 365. So thank you, America, for just shedding the light for us, okay, in the month of February. But we already know that our Black is Beautiful 365, right? So, as I stated last week, this Auntie Time is created to help women, queens, be able to live their lives in a queening type of way, right? I am going to help you and show you tips and tricks on how to save money on your monthly grocery bill, dating tips, travel tips, and then I'm going to share with you just some of my celebrity tea time picks of some queens I would love to have tea with and pick their brains, right? So let's get into it. And I will do a recap of what I talked about last week. So the first topic we are going to talk about is got to be that money, how to save that money on your monthly shopping bill. So last week, I'll let you know How you can save that money is by first what? Knowing what you already have in your cabinets and in your pantries so that we are not overbuying. Secondly, creating a 2 week menu so that when you go to the grocery store, you know exactly what it is that you are buying, right? The last thing I said is let's not fall in love with a store. Walmart isn't my favorite store. Target isn't my favorite store. HEB isn't my favorite store. Kroger isn't my favorite store. The store that is my favorite store for that day is who has the best deal for my pockets, right? That's who is my favorite store for that day. So let's get into it on how you can save money and a tip to save the money on your grocery shopping bill for this week. Okay. The two words for today are clearance and store app. Okay. Clearance section. Do you know where your clearance section is in your grocery stores or any store that you shop in? If you don't, then you need to find out, right? There are multiple types of clearance sections in your local grocery stores, right? That should be the first place you go to shop to see if any of those items are on your grocery list for that week, right? So, the first type of clearance section that we have is just your normal clearance section, just your non perishable items, right? Most of the time, that clearance section is going to be where the seasonal items are, maybe where the school supplies and things are. That's where it is in my store. Find out where it is in your store. In that clearance section, it's generally going to have some canned goods, it's going to have cereal, it's going to have chips, it's going to have some deodorant, it's going to have dog food, it's going to have different non perishable items that are going to be on sale. For example, let me show you an item that I got out of the clearance section. Well, actually, two items, right? Because I don't want you guys to think, oh, I'm just telling you something and I don't actually do it. So, this is a can of tomato. You see, it got a little dent in there. Is the tomato sauce dented? No, that's what I care about. Originally, this item was 79 cents. I got it for 47 cents. That's not that big of a deal, right? But it saved me money. Another item. These are some beans. The can is dented. Was something wrong with the beans? No. 88 cents. Originally $1.49 for this can of beans, right? So those are the type of items that you can get out of your non-perishable clearance item in your grocery store, right? A second type of clearance section in your grocery store is going to be your freezer, okay? Your freezer and your cold foods, right? So most of the time, the freezer clearance are going to be on those end caps, the end caps of the aisle freezers. Okay. So you'll see little things maybe like ice cream or pizza or some steamed vegetables that you may or may not want, but check it out. It may be something there that you need, right? Another place for clearance is the bread clearance. Most bread clearance sections are located in the back of the store or near the bakery. If you don't know, just ask, okay? Of course, in your breads that's going to be on clearance are going to be pastries, right? Bread, it's going to have donuts over there, it's going to have cookies, it's going to have pies, you know. That's a good idea. Like when you have to bring cookies to the class or something like that, or make a donation, Look in the bread item. They have the half price cupcakes and cookies and things like that you just want to run in and go and get. That's not going to cost you an arm and a leg, right? Another clearance section they have is for fruit. Now, I'm going to be honest. I have not seen too many stores that have a fruit clearance section. Okay. The only store that I have seen that has a fruit clearance section is Aldi's, right? That's the only store. Haven't seen many. Okay. Next one. Inside of the particular aisle of the items that you are shopping for, they will have their own clearance items on that particular section, right? So if you are going down the rice aisle, they may have some rice or something that was on clearance. All the time, the clearance items don't make it to the clearance section, okay? Another place is vegetables. In the vegetable section, where you have your packaged salads and things like that, quick salads, those are always on clearance, okay? I don't particularly buy salad and vegetables and fruit until really I know that I want to eat them because they don't last that long, right? So I'm always looking to for the clearance section for the salads and for the vegetables because I know I'm going to use it right then and that day, right? So that's the good thing with that. So, like I said, if you do not know where your clearance section is in your store, get to know where it is. Get to know where your clearance section is in your store. Okay. Second word was app, right? We got apps on our phone: Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, CapCut, Canva, all these apps. Your grocery store has an app too. Download that grocery store app, right? The app has additional savings. Okay. They may have a $5 off if you spend $20 in the store. They may have an additional clip coupon for $1 off an item that you're going to purchase. I know with Kroger, they have weekly digital deals that you can only get them if you have their app. So does HEB. Okay. I'm not sure if Ralph's or Food for Less does, but Kroger has an app, right? So get to know your app and know where your clearance section is in your store. That is how you're going to save money. Now, I have another item to show you guys. This is actually what? Some turkey sausage. This is organic, simple truth. We all like to eat well. Did I want to pay the original price of $4.99? No. I paid $2.10 for $5 organic sausage because I wait until there is a deal. Okay. So let's get into our next topic, which is dating, right? Dating as a woman, as a single mom, can be difficult. Last week I talked about before we start dating, we have to what? Prepare ourselves for dating. Making sure we are prepared, making sure that the child is prepared, right? Do we have a provider for our child if we need it? Is the child already on a schedule? Do we know our schedule and our availability to go on a date, right? That's what we talked about last week. We also talked about how dating apps are good for single moms, single people, because we don't have to actually go out and meet someone. But I also warned you guys that, hey, if a person ain't smiling and you not seeing that teeth on them app, swipe left, swipe left. I'm telling you from experience because you don't know what's going to happen when they open up that mouth. So that was a tip I told y'all with that. Today, we're going to talk about location, location, location when dating as a single woman, right? It is the location, okay? You have to make sure that you pick a place that you are familiar with, not the man is familiar with, or the woman if that's your choice. But yes, you pick the place that you are familiar with. Why? Why should we pick a place that we are familiar with? Just in case it goes left, Queens. Okay, we want to make sure that we're somewhere that we're familiar with the exit plan. Okay, that we know how to get out of there quick, fast, and in a hurry. Okay, and also go to a place that maybe you know the server there, maybe you know the assistant manager, maybe you know the manager, right? So that when you walk in and somebody familiar with you, then it may cause a little bit of intimidation to that man to know that he ain't the only one that knows that you there. So if something happened to you, even when y'all left, you know that the server knew I was here with this man or that woman, whomever. Somebody knew. Okay. Another thing is pick a place, Queens, that is not far from your house. I would suggest you pick a place that is no more than 10 to 15 minutes from your house, right? Why? Because one, if you have a child, someone is probably watching your child, which means you have a provider. So if something happens, okay, you can get to your child quickly. Also, maybe you have older children that are maybe 10, 11, 12, and that you're okay to be a little bit down the street from them. They're okay to be at home. They're already asleep. It's past 9 o'clock. 10 minutes away from your home, just in case they call, they know how to call, use a cell phone. Hey, mom, where'd you go? Oh, I'm just up the street. I'll be there. So you don't want to be away from your home so that your children are not in danger, right? Secondly, pick a place, Queens, that you can afford. I know it was this joke on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever, about the lady saying, oh, she don't want to eat at the Cheesecake Factory and this, that, and the third. But can you pay for it though? Because my daddy always told me, when you go on a first date with a man, you pay for yourself. You don't expect that man to pay for you because you don't want him to expect anything in return. You're letting him know that we're getting to know each other. We're on a date. It is mutual playing ground here. So I can pay for me and you can pay for you. So pick a place that you can pay for yourselves. So that just in case it goes left and he's saying he not gonna pay, then you can pay for yourself. And last thing, Queens, I always tell someone where you going. If you're not gonna tell your mother, if you're not even gonna tell your auntie, okay? Tell your sibling, tell a cousin, tell a friend, tell somebody where you are, right? Tell somebody where you are because that is for your safety, right? So, any questions about that, ladies? Go ahead and put them in the comments section. Any questions or concerns, put them in the comments, right? Second topic, traveling. How to travel like a queen. How do we travel like a queen? Huh? How do we do that? Last week, I told you guys, don't be tied to a specific date, right? Like if your birthday is in September and you want to go to Miami in September, but the tickets is $800 round trip. But if I go to Miami in November, the tickets is 300 round trip. Hey, I'm going to Miami in November. So don't get tied to a specific date or when you want to go, right? Also, travel manifestation. Start buying things for a trip that you want to go on so that you can be prepared for it. That way, when the trip comes, you're not scrambling trying to buy so much stuff for this trip. You've been planning for it, you've been buying little by little, right? So, travel manifestation, ladies. Last thing I said, let's not get sad about our children missing a day or two of school so that we can go and take a trip, so that our children can explore the world, so that they can see the Mayan ruins in person, or they can actually go to Italy and see the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I mean, come on. Let's travel and give our children the experience and not hinder them by what someone else is telling you. Because, as I said, we are the first teacher of our children. We are the first teacher. Before we sent them to kindergarten or preschool, we taught them some things. So let's not stop teaching our children, okay? So, traveling, how to save money. You have to have booking strategies when you are booking for a trip, okay? So, we first have to decide, are we going to drive, fly, or are we going to ride a train, okay? Because in this day and age, ain't nobody got time to get on no Greyhound bus. Okay, the least I'm gonna do is get on the train, but a Greyhound, I don't think so. So with plane tickets, the strategy with getting a cheap plane ticket is don't just look for a round trip ticket. Look for a one-way ticket as well. Okay. Also, do a search for multiple cities and multiple airports, right? For example, when I want to go to LA, I look for round trip and one way tickets from Houston Hobby Airport to LAX, from Houston Hobby Airport to Long Beach Airport, from Houston Hobby Airport to Burbank, Houston Hobby Airport to John Wayne. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the IAH airport. Okay. So you have to look up multiple airports to see which airport is going to have the cheapest price, whether it's the fly in or fly out. This is why I say to look up one way tickets and round trip tickets, right? So that's a tip on how to save money on plane tickets. Okay. Now, how do we save money on lodging? Lodging, what is that? Oh, I never heard of lodging. No. Where are you staying at? That's your lodging. Are you staying at a hotel? Are you staying at an Airbnb? Are you staying with family? Are you staying at a resort? Okay. That's what your lodging is. Okay. Me personally, the only family I'm going to stay with is my mother or my siblings and maybe my best friend. But me just randomly staying with just people when I go traveling, no, that's not for me. So, what we need to first see is what is the cost and the options of each. What's the cost of a hotel? What's the cost of an Airbnb? What would be the cost of an all inclusive resort? You want to weigh your options, okay, of what it is. What's your budget? What can you afford? That's how you are able to save when you're traveling. Okay. Knowing what your number is. Okay. Any questions with that? Any questions for traveling or anything that I have shared with you, queens, so far? Okay. So let's get into it, right? And as I shared with you last week, the tea that I was drinking, because I am drinking some tea, my throat had been feeling a little parched, a little dry. So I am drinking this Celestial Seasonings peppermint tea. If you guys can see that, I put a little bit of lemon in it. And I normally sweeten my tea with brown sugar or honey. So we're going to get into that celebrity tea time picks. And so my celebrity tea time picks are queens that I would love to have tea with, pick their brains, have a little tea time session with them, right? So last week, my picks were the Queen, Mary J, and Cassie, right? This week, okay, we have two queens as well. The first one is a queen in her field, right? Queen Monique. She is a queen of comedy, right? You are a icon, Monique, in your industry. You have sat on your throne, Monique, and you have paved the way for many of queens. Okay? So hail to you, Monique. Okay? I can relate to you, Monique, on the level. On the level of being a curvy black woman, a BBW, big, beautiful women, okay? Because we both have confidence, okay? And I'm going to tell y'all what a fact is. I ain't never been skinny, but I have always been confident, okay? In myself, okay? That's what I'm going to tell you. And Monique, you are confident in yourself. You are sure of yourself. You know who you are. You have standards and you have expectations. And if I was a woman in the industry that you are, Monique, how you are is how I would be. Have a standard and have an expectation, okay? Won't bend, won't falter on it, okay? When I was in high school, Monique, at 18, for my 18th birthday, baby, they called me Sadiddy. You know why? Because I came to school with a crown. I came to school with a basket that had 18 individual personalized invitations for the 18 people with whom I wanted to celebrate my 18th birthday with me. Okay? Yes. I handpicked them and I gave it to them. Oh, everybody was wondering, oh, what is she doing? What is she giving out? Oh, don't worry about it, baby. The queen is walking. The queen has handed out invitations, okay? Personal invites. Oh, yes. I was the talk of the day, talk of the week, talk of the month, baby. Because I turned 18 when I was in high school. I was signing myself out. So, yes, I can relate to you, Monique, because people don't understand your confidence. And you don't have to tone it down for no one, okay? So, as I said, I would give you guys questions that I would want to ask them. I'm not going to give you all the questions because I want to have my tea time with these queens. So I'm just giving you just a little bit. And I can see my lashes coming right here. I got to fix that real quick. Shout out to my lash lady, K Lavish Beauty Lounge. I believe the address is 2323 Richmond, Suite 511. So the question, Monique, I would ask you is, do you think, Monique, every man secretly want a thick girl? Because I think they do. I think every man secretly want a thick girl, Monique. Meanwhile, the skinny, as you used to call them back in the day, Monique, they looking for the wrong woman that they man lurking with. They think it's with another skinny girl, but it ain't. Because I'm going to tell you, baby, listen, I ain't never had a problem getting no man when I wanted one. Second question, Monique. If you had a choice, Monique, to be born skinny or curvy, would you have chosen to be skinny? I don't think I would. I see a lot of skinny people who got problems and issues. So I don't really think that it really has to do with that. I just think you just have to be born and then be happy and understand what your own personal happiness is. Okay? Where you are and where someone else is two different things. Okay? So all hail to the queen. And before I leave about talking about this queen, I want y'all to know that I did set up a GoFundMe account for our brother Tyler Perry in order to help him pay our auntie Monique and our cousins the money that is owed. Because she has been on several platforms, Mr. Tyler Perry, requesting her money. And most recently, she was on Club Shay Shay, where she brought that audio and let Shay Shay hear that audio. And he confirmed on Club Shay Shay that that was you, Tyler, that was your voice, that admitted that you spreaded that rumor that Monique was difficult to work with, which has caused my auntie to lose some money. It has made an impact on my cousin's financial future. So please, our brother Tyler Perry, do the right thing, like Spike Lee said, and give our auntie her money. The GoFundMe account is called the Stand on Business with Monique Fund. I'm going to say that again. The Stand on Business with Monique Fund. The GoFundMe is not for Monique. It is for Tyler Perry and his people, because it's obvious that he may need a little bit of push or help in order to get the ball rolling to give my auntie her money. Okay? So we're going to move on to the next queen. Okay? Because that was getting a little personal for me. You owing my auntie that money. So anyway, the second one, Lady O, Oprah Winfrey herself. Okay? Oprah, you are walking Black history. I won't take nothing from you, Oprah. Okay? You have accomplished many things within your life. The most impressive thing that you have done was when you started the OWN Network, and that stands for Oprah Winfrey Network. But it also stood for that she owned it. So I said, woo, okay, Oprah, I can get with you on that. Okay? I can't take that from you. Yes, you did, Oprah. You had us represented on that OWN network, Oprah. Yes, you did. You had representation of us. So I'm not going to take that from you. And me and Lady O, we actually share something in common. Okay? We both have degrees from Tennessee State University. Okay? But there's a little bit of a difference there. There's a little bit of a difference there. See, Oprah has an honorary degree. I myself matriculated and earned my degree, completed all coursework and all semesters to receive my degree from Tennessee State University. Oprah, on the other hand, she was given an honorary degree based upon her merit and her work within her industry. Oprah did had one more semester to complete in order for her to actually get her degree based upon her matriculation, right? But she chose not to because at that time she was within her internship or something was going on to where she was getting ready to catapult her career. Do I fault Oprah for not going back and finishing a semester of a degree that you were trying to get in order to get into your industry? No, I don't fault you, Oprah. Would I have done the same thing? Absolutely. Absolutely. Would I have cared about walking around with an honorary degree? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I was just giving just a little bit of understanding so that people know the difference between a honorary degree and someone who has actually matriculated, okay, in the university, okay? So that's that on that. But as I stated, you are walking history, Oprah. So the questions that I have for you, Oprah, and these are just two, because Oprah, I'm telling you, I have a lot. And I'm definitely calling for you, Oprah. Okay. Oprah, we all know and heard about that scandal that happened with them girls in Africa. That molestation scandal with the teacher and them girls, right? From what my understanding about it was, and I don't know if everybody else or anyone else has any other understanding about what happened. But from what I remember, boom, breaking news. It was a scandal with the girls in Africa, right? Someone got molested. Second thing we heard, boom, Oprah, you flying out there and you doing your own private investigation. Okay? Private investigation. So my question to you, Oprah, what were the findings of your private investigation? Because we didn't hear nothing else about it. I want to know. I want to know what happened to the girls in Africa and the whole scandal because it was on a Monday and it was off on a Tuesday and I ain't heard nothing else about it. So I just want to know. Give me some clarity, some resolvement with that. Okay. And the second question, Oprah, you have a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, a lot of weight and power in this industry. We have seen that with even with Gail, with giving her a whole career as an anchor. That just threw me for a loop. I never even knew that Gail was anything other than your best friend. So I don't know even how she got on the to what is it, the morning, good morning, America or something. I don't even know how that happened. But this is what I want to know, Oprah. Have you ever thought about opening up several different broadcasting schools in the urban areas, in the hoods, for people that look like me and you, Oprah? Me and you, okay? Because the only time I ever heard about you going to anybody's hood or anybody's project was on that Jay-Z song when he done had that rap talking about some he had you out in Bed-Stuy drinking quarter waters on the steps. And something about it got to be the best that he had Oprah in projects. So that's the only thing I know about you being in the projects, Oprah. So Oprah, I am inviting you to the Pueblo del Rio housing projects, okay? We ain't talking about Bed-Stuy. We talking about the projects. We talking about Los Angeles, California. That's where I want to see you at, Oprah. That's where I want to see your impact and influence. Okay? Touch us. Touch the people that need it. Okay, Oprah. So I'm calling on you, Oprah. Come on to Auntie Time with the Queen, Oprah. You know, nobody taking nothing from you. Like I said, you walk in history. But I know you're strong enough to answer these questions. We need resolvement. So that is all, and that is it for the Auntie Time with Queen Sabrina. I enjoyed you, queens, who have tapped in with me on Facebook, who have tapped in with me on YouTube. Okay. I thank you, queens, for joining in. Let me check my comments, see if I have any questions out there in YouTube world or on Facebook. I don't see any comments. You queens can follow me on TikTok. You can follow me during the week on Facebook because I will be posting tips and tricks during the week that will continue to help you save money while you shop and while you travel. So, until next time, Queen, peace, love, and blessings. And don't let your crowns tilt, okay?